This position looks familiar to you guys, right? This kind of Z-guard, some people call it knee shield, okay? It's really frustrating to deal with, right? It's frustrating because he can keep me from passing, he can set up his own things and stuff, right? But kind of what I've been doing here is reaching through, okay? And kind of putting pressure down here with my shoulder. And what I like to do is I like to kind of reach in here and I like to try to get his head and try to make him think, you know, I'm trying to set something up and trying to get him to extend himself away from me, pull his head away from me, right? You're gonna be active here. I'm not just gonna be at a dead stop, right? And then just do a move, okay? So what I've been doing is I've been leg locking people from here. Right? This top leg, it's there, okay? It's really easy to get, right? With this hand through. The setup, I'm gonna show you guys the setup first. The setup just deals with me it's kind of funky, but I'm gonna kind of like I would do an arm bar, how I lean my weight off my leg so I can throw my leg over the face. I gotta kind of lean my leg this way, right? So I lean my leg comes out and over, and I fall onto my side, okay? Notice that this arm stayed through the whole time. I got his leg trapped. The second I get here, I immediately triangle and I grab, right, the pit of his knee here. Once I get the pit of his knee, my arm comes down and I have pressure, right? Pressure here and pressure here. So I keep his knee bent, right? That's the key to being able to finish this efficiently, keeping his knee bent, right? And once I get this pressure here, I'm gonna find his heel, okay? Again, blade of the forearm under the heel here. The second I get under his heel, I let go here and I go to my gable grip, clamping his heel to me, okay? When I'm ready to finish, I'm gonna squeeze my thighs as always, as any leg lock is gonna do, right? And I'm just gonna start twisting, okay? So one more time, okay? I've got pressure here, pressure here. I'm kind of baiting him, trying to pull his head and getting, you know, trying to get him to fight away. He fights away, okay? I lean my weight, lock the legs. The second I hit the mat, under the knee, pressure down on the heel, find that heel, right here, nice and tight, get the tap, okay? There are other ways, you know, to get this leg across. This is funky for some people to do that, okay? So sometimes I can kind of post my hand and I can kind of jump to it, okay? That might work a little better for some of you guys. One more time. That one I'm just kind of posting my hand and I'm just kind of jumping into it, okay? You're gonna play with the setup, see what works best for your body type.
That arm keeps it tight the whole time, huh?
Yeah, this arm keeps everything really tight. I mean, you can even kind of...
You dragged me this way by my leg and I couldn't pull out.
Yeah, he can feel I got a really tight grip. I can even post, I can come here and here, right? I can come here so that when I throw this leg over, I make sure I don't miss his knee. I don't want to come over the top of his leg like this, okay? So I can even come here when I'm ready to go here, okay? Find his heel, right here. Again, nice tight triangle, squeezing, getting the finish. So a lot of times because of this type of leg entanglement where I'm triangle to the outside, okay? This is actually the only time you'll ever see me triangle my legs to the outside, right? This is actually not 50-50 position. 50-50 would be if we were, you know, on the other side, his legs across, okay? This is very different from 50-50, okay? Because I'm triangle to the outside, there's a lot of room for me to catch a big piece of his thigh. Whereas if I was doing like a traditional pinch setup where my shin is between us, you guys see how much lower down on his leg I am, okay? But when I do this one, right, I end up capturing a bigger piece of his leg, right? And if you're really small like I am, and most people that you roll with who have a little bit more length, longer legs, a lot of the time it's going to happen. It's going to be very easy for him to put on that boot. So say you weren't quick enough to get his knee bent and keep it bent, it's going to be very, very hard for you to get his knee bent once he gets it straight. So when Billy does this, okay, I'm immediately going to reach around here and I'm going to put my head right on the top of his foot, okay? Not like this. I put the back of my neck kind of looking at an angle, okay? Now, what I like to do is I like to grab just like this, okay? Because what's happening is my head's putting pressure on his toes and my shoulder over here is turning pressure this way, okay? So I'm creating a toe hold / heel hook type motion. It might be an ankle attack, it might be a knee attack. It really depends on how flexible he is at either joint, okay? But once I get here, over the top here, and you can just see by straightening my shoulder that way, okay? That's the motion that I want, okay? So I just crank down here, and I squeeze my thighs and I twist.
Even this bike sucks.
Okay, nice and tight squeeze, boom, and I twist there. Okay, Now, half the time you get the tap from that, but honestly, I'm really not trying to get the tap. What I'm trying to do is trying to get Billy to say, oh shit, and start to try to build up to a base, because he knows he needs to roll. And as soon as he does that, look, his knee's bent, okay? So the second his knees, I can feel his knee bent, I'm gonna go back to the heel hook, okay? And if he rolls, go ahead, start rolling. Look, as soon as my knee hits the mat, he can't roll anymore, okay? And I'm just gonna finish by hipping into him, straight down into the mat, okay? So one more time, just from this position here, okay? I wasn't quick enough, he gets a nice big boot, his leg's long, I can't get it. I'm gonna come under here, start putting that pressure. He taps, if he doesn't tap, he starts to roll, and I pass it back to my heel hook. He's gonna tap here if he freezes, and then if he tries to roll, we're gonna finish right into the mat here. Okay, he's not gonna be able to roll. It's very unlikely that he'll be able to roll me all the way around there. Okay, so last time. Again, if you guys are quick, getting to here, right? You're gonna get to that heel. But if you do the setup and then you think, oh, now I gotta keep his knee bent, right? It can happen. He's gonna get that leg straight. So I come around here, head on the heel, right here. You could also do this grip. You like this, right? Mm-hmm. You can hand over hand. You can do that. Okay, if you like that, that's cool. Okay, he starts rolling. He knows he's in trouble, and I pass it. Okay, and I finish him right here. He can feel he's in trouble. Okay, he'll either tap here, he'll try to roll, and then realize halfway through the roll, he's in trouble. Okay, now once I get here, I'm gonna just arch my stomach in and pull his heel. Okay, and finish that heel hook. All right, that's what I want to see you guys try. All right, so guys, the last little piece of this, and one thing I want to mention too is, if Billy's in really tight, like, and he's balled up here, right? It's gonna be tough. We'll just release this on the hook for now. But it's gonna be tough, right, to get that space to get my leg through, right? It's gonna be really hard. So what I might do when I do this setup is I might come over his face with my leg here. Okay. So when I do this, I might come way over like this, over his head, instead of going through, right? Sometimes there'll be space to go through the middle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to go around his face. Okay, depending on how close he is to me, and it's something that you'll decide, you know, kind of in the heat of the moment. You'll just kind of realize that I really can't get my leg through in here, right? So that's maybe when I'm gonna come up and over his face, and I kind of post this leg first, when I'm gonna come around his face here, and just for a split second, I'm up, and I'll jump into it. Okay. One thing that can happen though when I'm going around his face is that Billy can actually try to catch my leg as it's passing through his face. Okay, and it's not really gonna stop us, it's gonna just deter us a little bit. So as I'm coming around here, right, Billy catches my leg, okay? So what we're gonna do is, right as he catches it, okay, you're gonna notice now I'm actually on my back, okay? This is fine. I'm gonna just cross my ankles, okay? Keep his grip. And all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pinch my knees, okay? I'm not gonna be able to turn on my side and finish like we were with the first setup. I'm gonna be on my back, cross my ankles, okay? Same deal. I'm gonna find the crook of his knee, and I'm gonna start working it, and I come to his heel, okay? What he can and will try to do sometimes is he'll immediately try and go his legs right here, because he knows I'm trying to get his top leg. He's gonna be trying to pry my legs apart. I'm gonna be staying tight here. I'm staying tight, okay? What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach for this leg, and I'll bring it to me, okay? I have to bring it to me. I can't try to go to it. I have no strength out here, so I'm gonna bring it to me. I come to the toes, find my wrist, okay? And I'm gonna finish that toe hold, okay? On the toe hold, I'm steering wheeling his toes in as I'm pushing his heel out, and I'm also bringing his leg in, okay? Now, let's say I get here and the second I grab his toe hold, he straightens his leg up, but look, his leg is free now, okay? But it's also rather straight, so now he's just booting. I can't get my heel hook, see how I can't reach his heel? That's when we go to this, and I start trying to do that, okay? Maybe he bends his knee here to try to turn and roll, and I'm where I want him to be. So it's kind of a little bit of chain fighting here, okay? If he's trying on his leg, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna reach up, bring this to me, I'm gonna go toe hold, he straightens his leg to defend that, back to the heel hook, or maybe he got his leg straight here, and I'm trying to get this one, right? I'm trying to get the tap, he says, oh shit, okay? And again, I'm really tight with my thighs here. I can't be loose, okay? Really tight, okay? And that's kind of the whole series of that setup and that move. So you guys, when you're doing your setup, okay? I don't want to be too much pressure down here. If I have too much pressure down, his knee's down, I go to throw my leg over, I'm gonna miss, okay? So I kind of want his knee to be up here. This is gonna be ideal, okay? Because now when I throw my leg across, see? Other thing is if he's in really tight here, be prepared to go right around his face here, okay? And just know that he can catch your leg, but don't worry about it, okay? You still got this guy. I can finish the heel hook here, do triangles like I said. I'm gonna toe hold, okay? Might get the tap there, he straightens his leg out to defend that. Okay, now he's got a boot, so I'm gonna bring it to my head, heel hook / toe hold with my face. He starts going, and I go back here. Okay, that's the whole thing. Try it out.